Today, I'd like to talk about hiking Wild Horse Monument. If you've ever driven through eastern Washington on I-90, as you cross the Columbia River, you've looked up and you probably saw this. It looks like a bunch of wild horses running along a ridge. What you may not know is there's actually a trail that allows you to hike up to the horses. If you're going to do this, one thing you want to be careful about is eastern Washington has rattlesnakes. If you're not familiar with rattlesnakes, it's a large snake, often 5 feet or more, that can deliver a significant amount of venom in one bite. So if you're traveling with your trusty pooch, and he wants to run off and explore the wilderness, call him back immediately and make him stay on the trail with you. So speaking of the trail, it's rather steep, and it's got a lot of loose rocks on it. You can see in the background the viewpoint parking lot for this monument. On the way up to the horses, you can expect to see many different plants, primarily sagebrush. I love the smell of sagebrush. But if you're more into the visual aesthetics of plants, they do have several types of flowers on the way. By the time you reach the top, you've climbed 148 feet. You've gone 0.3 miles, and it took you almost half an hour. But don't forget, you're contending with a lot of loose gravel, and we stopped to smell the flowers a lot. But the view from the top is absolutely worth it. It's phenomenal. Here, we're looking toward the Columbia River, and this is looking east. When I look out over this, I think to myself, wagon trains, what were they thinking? Let's get to the reason why we're here, the horses. When we got up close to the horses, had quite the shock. They are made out of half-inch steel. Each horse must weigh several thousand pounds, and they're going to be around a long time. This half-inch steel was even bent for things like the tail. And up close, you also see that each horse is personally decorated, as well as being 3D. Something else of interest is the way each horse is mounted. Some are on top of rock and mortar. Others seem to not be mounted at all until you get up close. That's where you find out they're mounted on steel bars concreted into the ground. Others required quite a bit more support structure. And finally, the sculptor actually welded his name and the date onto each horse. Each signature was in a different location on each horse, so it was kind of fun looking for them. But please, I ask of you, if you're going to go visit the horses, please leave your spray paint in the car. Well, thanks for watching.